right. Happy New Year, KC.
Thanks, Ray. How was your New Year's?
It was like every other New Year for the past, I'd say, 28 years. Wake up just in time for New Year's, uh, roll over, kiss the missus, Happy New Year. Sometimes she's awake, sometimes she's not. Roll back over and go to sleep. And turn the TV off.
No complaints. No complaints then.
No
Um,
complaints. You know,
well, since it's a new year, let's get right into it. The big news this week, basically around the world, is Damar Hamlin making a routine tackle and seemingly his heart stops.
hmm, just like that. Uh, okay. Well, so evidently, there's a couple. I've listened to like everyone else, uh, medical experts that have not seen any of his blood tests. I've listened to medical experts who don't watch football because they're old white guys sitting there with their horn rimmed glasses, and uh, half of them think he probably plays soccer because they're woke in football, and the rest of the world is soccer. But anyway, I saw the hit. Everyone saw the hit. You know, not that bad of a hit. I've taken bigger hits. Um, I've taken bigger hits in bar fights than that guy took. So there has to be some kind of underlying condition. So either he's like a lot of these young athletes, he's got an underlying heart condition that no one knew about, which most likely it could be. Um, he could have some other substance in his bloodstream that no one knows about right now that just decided to react. Christ, it could be the COVID shots. Now these reports are coming out. There's a 1,500% increase in young people having these instantaneous cardiac events and dying. So, or it could be all three. Could be all three. But who knows? We're going to have to wait. And his doctors, there's HIPAA, which is that little thing you sign when you go to the doctors that your medical records are private and they can't talk about it. So, we may never know. But here's my point. All right, I've been reading on some of my feeds. I've got some nurse friends, and a lot of them are like pretty pissed off that a multi-million-dollar game was stopped, and yet these nurses are saying as people come to the hospital and they're doing a code on these folks, and sometimes they've worked with these very emotional patients that become close. They work with them shift after shift, and they die, and they code, and they're on their chest doing compressions, and they're on top of them and shoving needles of this and that into them. And these people die, and they got to go to the room next door in 5 minutes to take care of that person. There's no quitting. Military, Samuel B. Roberts hit a mine way back when, blew up, went right in half. People died. These guys had to put fires out. Then the ship was flooding. They had to stop putting the fire out. They had to, by the seat of their pants, weld strips across the deck to try to keep the ship afloat, stop the flooding, start the generators, pump the water out, and then restart firefighting efforts. And they survived. And they were unfortunately, there were dead bodies around. And I'm not minimizing this Hamlin dude. His heart stopped. They're doing CPR. But you know what? I don't know. Maybe it's this generation, KC. It seems to me every time you read the paper, or some feed, everyone's turned into fucking pussies. And I hate to use the foul language like that for you little kids at home. Whatever age you feel like you are today. But listen, shit happens every day, and you got to eat, and, you can't go to school, you got to eat. My dad, his father died when he was 5 years old. He had to work No one fed his ass. He fed himself at 5 years old. His family was grown, living in the coal mines. They almost got kicked out of their house because you had to have somebody working in the coal mine to live in their house. Uh, Indentured servitude, coal mining slave, whatever you want to call it. I don't give a shit. But you know what? He prevailed and he made himself a pretty good life. And so did his brothers and sisters. So I don't want to hear it. It's generation. No one owes you shit. Get your ass up. Guy gets hurt. You know what? He was living. They took him away. Take 5 minutes. Take a breath. Get your ass back out there. Millions of dollars of money are on the line right there. Advertising. Now that there was a lot of advertising, as you know, we're gonna go away for a minute while we figure out what the fuck happened. You know, guys in the ambulance, and you hear these guys crying. Yeah, cry. Get your ass out there and play.
So, but these football players, they're not the nurses. They're not used to seeing that. So they
Well,
were
they
seemingly
have
really
seen
shocked.
guys get hit. You get, they're like most of the time it's during practice that these guys get taken off because they're playing hard trying to win a position. You're playing the game. It's game time. There's no quitting. You got to get your ass out there and play. The guy was living. They took him away. Thank God the medical teams did what they did. Shake it off and get out there and finish the game. I understand you're upset. I was upset when I was in the military and people were getting killed. The start got hit on my birthday when I was overseas. 1 minute we're having a good time, next minute we're preparing for a lot of different shit. You know, and here's the other side that's of a problem. NFL is a entertainment sport now. It's in their strategic plan. They're not a sports league. They're entertainment. WWE football. That's all there is to it. It's a shame. It's a shame. And and the guy's still living. Great medical response and everything. But the show must go on. It's entertainment. The show must go on.
But how do you think it was feasible to restart that game when the entire Bills team was just unfocused?
Now that's the problem. Then they'll lose. Survival of the fittest. They're, in the old days, my dad used to say that these guys, they're gladiators. Take a lot of steroids. They work hard. They play hard. They live hard. They die young. They still die young. This guy's not dead, thank goodness, but they're gladiators. They're there for the game, for the sport. There was a back in the 70s when Russia, the USSR, was pumping up all these people with the drugs and whatnot. They're women swimmers. They looked like Bruce Jenner before Bruce grew his hair long. And they were actually women, but they were the steroids that they were taking. Horses would die if you gave them that much. And they did a study and asked a lot of the Olympic athletes, if you can guarantee that this shot will get you the gold, but you're probably going to die in 10 to 15 years, would you do it? And the majority of them said yes. And that's what the sports people do.
Well, based on what happened on Monday night, I can see how the game couldn't go on that night. Now there's even talk of postponing their next game, like the Bills' next game on Sunday. I think that's a little much. I think it's important in any part of life. You refocus, you get back in there, and you move forward. And we just hope the guy pulls through.
Well, at what point? So when do you say we're ready to play? Is it a week? Is it? How about this? If you're not ready to play, you forfeit the game. And both teams take a loss. I mean, the rest of the world, it just never stops. The morning after somebody passes away, the sun comes up again. And you got to get out of bed and go to work. The rest of you just can't stop. I mean, just look at the advertising dollars. Look at the little company out there that probably blew their whole budget on advertising for that night. Happens. They spend, let's do it. It's a good game. Bam. They're out of business. This is not to get away from number 3 being out of commission. This is like Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines is giving like 25,000 frequent flyer points to everyone who got screwed for the snowstorm, quote unquote, and their fuck up of software. Yeah, that's cool. That might cover the flight that you paid for. What about the destination resort that you missed? How do you get that money back? You don't.
The time visiting family, travel to and from the airport.
The job interview, you just, sorry, you missed it.
Yeah.
The rest of the world doesn't stop.
That's the overall point I think you're trying to make, is that there seems to be more and more, everyone's looking for time off, need to heal. They're traumatized.
Prima Donna comes to mind, Rogers was on, oh, geez, I was all fucked up watching that. No, you weren't. You felt bad. You texted the quarterback on the other side, say, oh, man, you okay? I feel bad for you. You didn't text his family then during the game. You didn't say, hey, can somebody give me the phone number for the family so I can call them? No. So you weren't feeling that bad. I mean, dude, you're a prima donna. You're like Brady, you're a prima donna. You gave $10,000, Tom, to this guy's foundation for collecting toys. Really? I mean, your $10,000 is like me giving a quarter to a bum on the street. So you guys are prima donnas. Get off your asses, shake it off, and get out there and play. And that's it. Either that or somebody ought to sue the NFL. Because there's a lot of money lost that night. And okay, so the guy's out. I don't know. But so when do you play again? I don't know. Again, I did. Tomorrow. Here you go. Tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. So we'll finish the game Thursday. I'm sure there's a couple empty fucking fields somewhere you can go play.
There's something about it too. You got to get back in there, otherwise you're going to be screwed up.
Yeah. Look what happened in Buffalo a couple of weeks ago when they got snow. People were out there shoveling the driveways of the football players. Are you fucking kidding me? These guys are multimillionaires. If not, I don't know what the league minimum is, 800,000 or something like that. I think they can afford somebody to come fucking shovel out their driveway and plow it. I got an idea. You know it's going to snow. Stay in a hotel next door the night before. You fucking prima donnas.
Snowstorms are not a surprise anymore.
Yeah, even Brady's wife was like, I want you to quit playing. Oh, no, honey, because I'm a prima donna. She goes, hey, look at these breastages that were on Sports Illustrated. Here's what you're going to look at. You're going to look at these tomorrow, or you're going to go look at, Gronkowski's poster on the inside of your locker. What do you want to see? You prima donna. These guys, they're all focused on everything until something like this happens. And they're like, oh, we can't play. Did you see what happened? Yeah. Go talk to some military guys. Go talk to some nurses. That's all I got to say about this.
Got it. Well, switching gears, big controversy in Washington, D.C. Apparently the Republicans can't pick a leader. I guess Guy McCarthy has lost 4 times now.
Six, I think they're up to.
Is it 6 now?
And they go back in, like buy some more popcorn and pizza and booze or something like that. What are they doing there?
I mean, it's all on the taxpayer dime, so I guess they don't care, right?
Well, I don't know. They get paid if they're not sworn in. What's going on here? The Dems got called to order tonight because they were laughing about the jokes about popcorn blankets and alcohol or something like that. I don't know what the hell's going on. Some chubby lady who's never missed a meal in her life. They're just as bad as the football players. Let's see. So when was the election for all these people? For the most part, except onesie twosies out there, I can go on elections too. One friggin' day. One day, get your ass off the couch, out of mom's basement, and go vote. right? If you're overseas fighting the war, we'll send you a ballot. Get your leg eaten by an alligator because you were swimming in a swamp, we'll send you a ballot. Yeah, COVID thing is bullshit. It's over. Fucked up everything. Get your ass out of bed and go vote. So these guys got voted for basically in November, right? And we knew pretty much that the Republicans won. We knew what they were going to do. Pick a speaker. Yeah, the fuck they've been doing since November. They didn't know. You get 20 newbies are going like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Really? Go in there, arm wrestle, get your little slot in your space in your committee, and vote. You don't wait until the day you're supposed to pick it. That shit's got to be done already.
They seem lost. You know who's not lost? The goddamn Democrats.
Well,
they got their act together.
But they don't debate. I understand that. They have it all picked, and Pelosi, she was they're the longest, obviously. Miss Botox and silicone. But so that's the only thing is they're in lockstep. The Republicans, you go back. Oh, gee, I mean, how about Newt Gingrich when he brought back the House? He did a lot of work, and they were smart about it. Ever since then, I just don't understand. I remember this was when Ronald Reagan won his first election, and I was out in town, and I was in Newport, Rhode Island, and I was out drinking with some people, and a British ship pulled in. So all the British sailors were out, and we had a nice game of rugby. And I was talking to this one guy at the bar, and he asked me, he goes, so what do you think about Ronnie Reagan? And I'm like, I said, it's what the country's needed. I said, Carter just like blew apart with his idiot thoughts. He blew the country apart economically, socially, and everything. So Ronald Reagan was the perfect guy at the perfect time. And I said, he'll win a second election. Then I said, I think he'll do so well that Bush won there will win the next election. I said, but I don't think Bush will win the following election because the Bushes are too wishy-washy. They're not strong people. And just like what we have now in the House, these Republicans are just not strong. And you know what? I'm not talking physically strong, but just like the football players, it's a systemic issue. People aren't strong. There's no gladiators out there. This is why we're flubbing the way it is, and they're letting massive amounts of people over the border, You don't want to play football? Let's take all the NFL guys and put them at the border. Stop all these people coming across. Do something. Just do something. Go to work. I don't want to hear it. Just quit crying. He was a teammate. God bless him. He was blessed with a skill, and he took advantage of it, and something happened. Move on. My Lord. The same with these Republicans. They knew this day was coming. They should have had this squared away. You know what? And these 20 people or 23 now, whatever, they're all pushing names in there like, I want, Corn Pop to be the Speaker of the House. It's like, and I got one thing to say to these knuckleheads. You don't have to be in the Congress or anything. They can pick Donald Trump to be Speaker of the House. Hey, they can give me a call, and I can be Speaker of the House.
You don't
have to be in the House of Representatives to be Speaker of the House. You don't. And and what you have to look at, and they haven't done this since pretty much since Newt Gingrich was in. This person is going to be third in line. And I always said there's a litmus test for when shit's going bad. when Nancy Pelosi was in. I sat there and I was joking with a good friend of mine over drinks one night. I said, the country's going to shit when all of a sudden Nancy Pelosi's gone, right? And look at it, it almost happened. You got that the guy from Canada that was like sucking on Pelosi's husband's dick coming in with the hammer saying, where's Nancy? That was close. If that would have happened, they would have fucking taken Kamala Harris and locked her up in Fort Knox with what little gold is left. Because that's the only saving grace for Biden is that Kamala Harris is just a waste of skin. The girls like two brain cells and they don't communicate with each other. So Biden picked her to keep him being like JFK, if you know what I mean. That's my thought. And and Nancy Pelosi being whacked would have been what a story. Stephen King, you ought to write about that. Don't worry about your JFK novel. It was good enough. Let's move on to the current ones. But that's my spot. What do you think about the McCarthy and the Speaker of the House situation, Casey?
Oh, I just think it's just another embarrassment. Shows the Republicans can't get their act together, and it's going to lead to more and more of the same. It's supposed to be the House, supposed to be a check and balance on the Senate, the Democrat majority Senate, the Democrat presidency, and what was the whole point of the election we just had? If they can't pick a speaker, start doing some goddamn investigations that I feel we're owed, and make something happen. I mean,
Yeah. Well, it's all I know is the royal family in Britain is so happy that this shit's happening. It takes away from those knucklehead, what's her name, Meghan Markle or Markle Meghan and Harry there. These people don't even wipe their own butts after they take a dump. So, and Charles, Chucky baby, he's like, oh, thank God, mommy. Oh, that's right, mommy's not here any longer. But that's that. So let's get on to a couple fun things here. Like Whoopi Goldberg, she's in the news. She didn't listen to me from the last podcast. She didn't just go do Weight Watchers commercials. She really ought to. Speaking of that, they ought to bring back smoking commercials again. Because she's a big smoker. Put her on some smoking commercials. Maybe she'll have a heart attack or something. I don't know. She's a waste of. But she's lashing out at Democrats over the speaker vote. What the hell does she know? And then you got Megan Fox. Was she in that movie with the cars that turned into the aliens or something like that way back when?
They transformed, if you will.
Oh, there you go, Transformers. Yeah. It's about when I stopped taking my young son to the movies. I saw that movie and I was just staring at her more than anything, more than the popcorn I was eating. But she's dating this guy. What's his name, Casey?
Well, he's the machine gun. Machine gun Kelly.
Are you kidding me? Well, she's out looking for a girlfriend. Oh. And on her Instagram account, in case you guys need something to go to, with her little nose ring and her stuffed peppers there, and Machine Gun Kelly. Let me try to Google this dude, because I don't know who the hell he is. My kids laugh at me because I don't know anything. I don't know who these people are. I don't know songs or anything else. So here he is. Oh, nice tats. Is that a real chin tat he's got? I have no idea. Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, born in 1990. He's 32 years old. Oh, he's 6'4". Big dude, huh? Big tall dude. Doesn't tell me his weight here. But just by looking at the pictures, I don't think he's very heavy. You know? Doesn't look like it to me. His full name is Colson Baker.
Oh,
Colson. I guess I'd go by Machine Gun if my mom named me Colson. You know? It's like another boy named Sue thing. But let's see. Machine Gun Kelly's weight. Weight. Let me see here. Oh, oh, there it is. 174 pounds.
6'4", 170. Come on.
174. Yeah, that's it's about 79 kilograms. It says
Oh,
here. Um,
good to know.
yeah. See, actually, it says he's 6'3" and a half.
Oh,
So, but 174 pounds. Um, see, I'm an old man. I'm 5'8" and I weigh 185 pounds. But
man, how much do you weigh?
185.
185.
185. And I can guarantee you my biceps are way bigger than his. My thighs, my lats. When I was in boot camp, when I was a kid in the Navy, they used to call me Lat Man in there because we'd do push-ups and my lats would just like poof. And my calves are bigger than his head. So, whatever.
Poor
But
Machine Gun. Machine Gun didn't know he was going to have someone pick a fight with him tonight.
well, he throws girlfriend in front of him probably. But I don't know what it is. Let's see. You get these sites, they talk about net worth and everything. I don't know, man. It says his eyes are blue. His weight, 174. Hair blonde. Eye color blue. Body measurements, 44, 32, 38. 44. Is that his chest is 44? It's not. I'm looking at the pictures.
So you're saying this guy should toughen up?
Well, you know what? He's got a hot girlfriend. I didn't get to the money thing. They got here. He's a rapper, and his net worth is about 10 million. His annual income is about 1.5 million. So he's doing okay. If I were him, I would just stay low, sing some songs, and quit having your girlfriend advertise for girlfriends. Might sound fun, but bet you there's a problem there if she's got to have a girlfriend come over. So
only time will tell.
That's another thing. Here you go. It's our generation. The guys just aren't getting it done. You know, they don't know if they're guys. They don't know if they're girls or girls. No one knows anything. They don't know if they should play football, if they should guard the border. You know, President Biden doesn't know how much to charge his son Hunter. He's going to get in trouble real soon about this shit, you know. But it's just kind of crazy. And it seems like anyone who is tough, you know, is going to get picked on. Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know, they're going after her because she's like tougher than any Biden put together, you know. So we'll get to see. So I think the overall theme of tonight, KC, is that, you know, the American male is just too friggin' weak these days. They need to add some tea to their, and I'm not talking Lipton, to their diet, you know? Take some shots, rub some cream, do something, try something, you know? Because you're not doing it. From football players to politicians. Fucking suck it up, get to work. What do you think?
It'd be nice.
It would be nice. How many times you see your dad stay in bed because he wasn't feeling good when you were growing up?
Never.
Never. I had
Work had to be done. God damn it! Snow had to be shoveled.
Yeah.
Things had to get done.
You know, not to tell too many secrets, but I had a little surgery pulling some cancer out of my stomach. my kidney. That was on a Tuesday. I was back to work that following Monday.
Oof.
People were
That
like,
even makes me cringe just thinking about it.
yeah, people are
How
like,
could
what are
they
you
connect?
doing? I'm like, okay, well, they pulled the cancer out. Shit needs to get done. And boom, I went to work. You know, oh, what the hell? You're going to hurt at home. You're going to hurt at work. Go get paid and get the job done. Period. You know, it's just the way it is. Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
Got thrown off my boat a few years back, like snapped 3 ribs, not cracked, not bruised, snapped them, and the meat in between. I went flying up in the air and fell hard. Subsequently learned through another doc after I went to work 4 days later that I broke my back too. I didn't even stop. As a matter of fact, that following weekend, I went to an Oktoberfest, and some guy gave me shit, and I almost got in a fight. Thank God I didn't, because I probably would have severed my spine or some bullshit when it broke all the way through.
Well,
But get to work. Get out there and get it done. Stop it. Stop the fucking bitching, moaning, crying, not getting things done, planning, just everything. I'm getting so sick and tired of it, you know? And, close our goddamn borders too.
on that note, right? Where can people find what's around them? Some entertainment venues around them. Where to go out
Ah, it's
on
a
the
good
town?
question. Well, our major sponsor is and still is the fine folks of the Go Do app. And how do you spell do?
Do you?
DU. So, yeah, the Go Do app. It's in your favorite app store, whether you're an iOS person or an Android person. Download it. If you're a bar owner, download it because you want to put some information in that every night. What's the cool thing about this app, Casey, is after you use it for the day, because it's nighttime fun in real time. So it's what's going on right now at 6 in the morning local time in your area. That data wipes out. So it's unlike some of those apps where you want to go to a restaurant, so you type in Italian restaurant. The app will tell you that you got these 4 Italian restaurants in the area, and you read the reviews. And you got reviews from like 6 years ago. They're still in there. What happened 6 years ago? Well, Mama Luigi, she makes the best lasagna in town. So Mama one night gets sick. So Papa Luigi goes in and says, I can make a lasagna. So he makes lasagna. Forgets half the recipe, throws it in there. Lasagna tastes like shit. People order it, they give you a bad review. That review stays with you until the sun burns out. That's a long time from now, folks. The Go Do app, people put things in there. They review what's going on at the bar. They take pictures. They go, this place is great. There's a little rating system. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, that stuff wipes right out. You get a second chance making first impression tomorrow. Bar owner wakes up, has a new band, a new DJ, a new mixed drink, a new rave going on, pops up some pictures. People come in, they fill your seats, they put up pictures. You get to see what's going on. They get to share it on some of their other social feeds. They get people into your bar. Next thing you know, bar's full. Everyone's having a good time. And tomorrow morning at 0600 in the morning, what happens, Casey?
Wipes clean. Start fresh.
Start fresh. The folks at the Go Do app have figured it out. So download the app, support them. They're supporting us. We like to have fun with these podcasts. Down the line a little bit, I don't know, people might not want to hear this, but we're going to have video coming into our podcast. So you get to see how life has really beat me up. I'm not the good-looking kid that KC is, but you'll be able to see that down the line. Yeah, Joe Rogan calls fights. When I was a young guy, I used to get in fights. So
There you go.
stick with us because we just, like Joe, we get up every morning, we go to work, and we get it done. So with that,
Amen. God damn it.
Amen. God damn
But
it.
the GoDo app on the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, the GoDo app on Android and Apple. Check it out, and we'll see you on our next show in a few days.
Peace and have a good day.